why one of the reasons why I wanted to have you over on the podcast is because so I caught your talk, no? Katong
Right.
yeah, actually I just saw you post about it and I was like I looked at my calendar. I was like, "Oh, I'm free. I'll give it a listen." And yeah, no? And then you talked about the cost of lifestyle disease,
Yeah.
no? Maybe we can start with that, no? Can you talk about that just
Right.
briefly?
So, over the past 20 or 30 years, a lot of study has really revolved around heart disease, cancer, high blood sugar, and all these things. And we're finding out na, it's not a genetic thing. We think of it as a genetic or hereditary thing when in fact it's really brought about by habits. And this has been an interest of mine for maybe the past 10 years. How do we prevent all of these things? Okay, when you think of exercise, you just walk in the mall, and that can be a form of exercise. So it's free. Um, Healthy eating is also, you have to eat, but what you eat, you know, um, is what nourishes you. And if you eat crap, then obviously your health becomes crap when that accumulates. So we're finding out there, kaning lifestyle disease. Uh, and this is, I probably learned this over the past 3 years, is that what out of every five Filipinos, there's one with high blood pressure. And out of all the Filipinos, 15% um, has some sort of high blood sugar. And all these things are really preventable with exercise and good nutrition. But how we got there is entirely up to our habits. Um, if, a lot of the times also, these diseases, murag attribute to kaliwat, na asa mong kaliwat ang heart disease, na asa mong kaliwat ang diabetes. But when we look closely, it's not so much that the genes were passed down, but the habits were passed down. For example, in let's say our family, we like having lechon every Sunday. So when we get married, we bring along that habit with us. And so that becomes, oh, it's in my family. When in fact, the habit of eating too much every Sunday was really the one that's in their family. So, and we talk about this now. Before, we like to talk about it a lot, but there was really no traction. Pag abot sa COVID, where people are like, oh shit, I have to figure out my health. So now people are more receptive. We're starting it out in Southwestern. Um, I treat Southwestern as some sort of an incubator for all these programs because I'm in it, and we have some sort of we
Hello? Pio?
is it back? Is it back?
Yeah, yeah. You're saying you treat Southwestern as some sort of incubator.
Yeah. So whatever ideas we have for, let's say, corporate wellness and or fitness or sports, that's where we do it. And so far so good. Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah,
So
we
I don't know.
yeah
So you mentioned like the COVID 19, diba? And yeah,
yeah
it seems like a lot of the a lot of the people who get seriously hit by the disease are the ones who are it's kanang are the ones who are suffering from what you just mentioned, like kanang high blood pressure,
yeah
diabetes. Like they
yeah
make you much more susceptible to that
right
disease. And in a way, if you want to look at the uh, you know uh, a possible good thing that might come out of this is that people are getting more aware about these things that
yeah
they're kind of taken for granted, ba? No?
yeah
So did you notice
yeah
that like more people are just like, oh, we gotta start exercising.
yeah. There's a lot of fear, um, and fear drives us to change our behavior in a way. Uh, So kind of good, and we saw, no, we looked at, there was PhilHealth ang nasa uso, but we
Yeah.
looked at data from PhilHealth, and I don't know, I'm starting to think that this data is not may not have been collected in an appropriate manner, but it is what is there. We're seeing the cost of like a heart condition can reach up to 1 million pesos, and up to 2 million even. And this is not for rich Filipinos, but this is just for right about everybody. No? So yeah, for normal families, and if we look at the statistics, yeah, 20% have heart disease, and then 15% are pre-diabetic. Yeah, everyone's spending this much money on diseases that they could have otherwise prevented by just eating well and working out.